Go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Sunnystream. And today, we are all joined by the amazing Bree, lead background designer of Sunnyside Royals of Cora, who is working on some classroom backgrounds for the proof of concept. How do you feel, Bree?
Hello, I feel good. I am ready to keep working. I've been MIA for quite a bit, and I've been trying to catch up on everything. And I think I did a pretty good job the last couple days catching up on things.
You totally did. Like, we were able to fully just jump back in to whatever we needed,
Yeah.
and it was perfect.
Right back to it.
Hello, Adrian Rodriguez. Hello, random girl. Hello. Yes, Merry early Christmas. Yep. Oh, you just had some Indomie. I want ramen right now. Maybe I should go make noodles. That's making me hungry.
Didn't you just go get food?
No, I said I would, but then I didn't because ingredient household.
Real.
Yeah. That's why I might go make ramen. Real quick. Well, yeah. Oh. But. Anyway, so, yes, guys, you haven't, watched Bree do her cool, amazing thing in a while. So we're expecting some amazing hardcore questions. Please grill Bree, get Bree thinking because she won't be thinking very much for the next couple weeks. Oh, that was so fire. I mean, I know. But yeah. So, oh, Louisiana sandwiches. Love that, Adrian. Get it? This will probably be, I don't know if this is going to be our last stream of the year. I don't know. Knowing how things go during this season, it might be our second to last, but this is probably going to be the most festive season one, I guess. So let's be holly jolly. You can ask some creative festive questions relating to the show that we can try to answer. Again, Bree is the lead background designer and has been an executive of the show for years, actually, for quite a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah, so trust me, Bree knows what she's talking about. Bree knows her stuff, so yeah. Hello. Oh, there are some new people. Hello, Lightning Lily. First time joining the stream. What do I need to expect with these streams? Well, we usually answer questions, talk, make jokes. People start cults in the chat as artists from the show draw stuff, or we make music or something like that. Something relating to the production of our indie pilot and proof of concept, Sunnyside Royals of Cora. E-Man said, where's the series of Sunnyside Royals of Cora? Oh, fun you bring that up because you're actually on the channel watching the stream. Yeah, we're making it. You're watching it happen. How would the characters celebrate Christmas or other holidays of that fashion? I think in general, can you make that question a little bit more specific? I would say, though, that when it comes to Cora as a whole, they don't obviously have, specifically Christmas or Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or anything. But they do have their own festivities. There is the Grozax festival. There is this... But the actual festive season thing happens during storm season. Which is, kind of like winter for them. Like a time where you should just stay inside and be cozy and spend time with your loved ones. Um, so yeah, they celebrate that through their own traditions and through some magical, mystical theatrics and borderline rituals. Um, and they have great food. That's the main parallel, I'd say. I did not know the channel called Sunnyside Royals of Cora is making an indie pilot called Sunnyside Royals of Cora. Yes, random girl. It's actually crazy. So what you're seeing on screen right now is called Brilliant Perspective.
It's called attempted perspective.
Oh, well, no, I think
It's called I'm trying my best.
I think the boards help.
Oh yeah, being able to draw over the storyboards is a godsend. It's so nice.
We thank you every day, Michelle Dix. Adrian Rodriguez said, "Food, elaborate, please." Okay, so when it comes to the food of Cora, there are different dishes for each kingdom because culture and all that. And you know, the foods are inspired by the real world foods created by the cultures that the kingdoms are inspired by, but with like an elemental twist. Like, look, let me see if I can pull up an image. And then I'll connect it to the holiday season because, yeah, can't do anything in December without it being festive. No. Oh, there we go. So, ooh, lovely. Yeah. For example, the Lunar Kingdom, it has its own version of the Pakistani delicacy, gulab jamun. It has like some fun moon designs on it, and it's created with the alternative, which would be plants from the Lunar Kingdom. You know, what's another good one? It's mostly aesthetically. The Nature Kingdom food is also inspired by a food from Ethiopia. Though as you can see, it just looks a little bit more green and oh, I don't know why I'm saying Nature Kingdom. It's actually Flora Kingdom, but it just looks a little bit more floral. And you just assume that the plants are from that kingdom. So, in the festive season, I really see them eating more feast-like foods, like let me turn this down. Like for the meat eaters, large meats, or like in Cora, they have different things to feast upon. Like the elemental creatures, and the ones that would be more expensive and rare to find are like the festive delights. And yeah, I think because of tradition and storm season, they just tend to eat things that carry a little bit more weight, as one would for Christmas dinner, because I guess it also just keeps you warm and fulfilled. What is the approximate release date of the indie pilot? TBD. All I can tell you is that the proof of concept is if all goes well, hopefully plan to come out in the first half of 2025. Because as of now, we're like definitely past halfway production of the whole thing, around like 60-70%. And we're going at a super cool, never before seen pace. Like Bree, like you've seen Winter in the Sunnyside server for
Hmm.
like a couple times. This one's a bit different, right?
Yeah, I would say so. The amount of stuff going on right now is not typical of the winter seasons, especially not like because a lot of us are like school age as well, and so I'm actually really surprised to see how much work is happening, considering that a lot of us are in school.
Yeah, 100%. So that was like surprising for like autumn and winter. Um,
Yeah.
but I mean, yeah, it's still fun. And we might be entering a little bit of a hibernation period, which is very much well deserved for everyone. Um, and that's completely fine. I think majority of the next couple months is just compositing. There are a lot of cleanup shots that are really just ready to be composited. The only issue is that what was the issue? Oh yeah, the backgrounds for the kingdoms are not done. So we have this super cool person on the project, named Michelle. Which, can I just say, we have a lot of Micks and a lot of Michelles. Um, but
We
um,
do.
Michelle, the background designer, is working on the Star Kingdom BG, and it looks super cool so far. And when
It's
it's
looking
done,
so good.
I know. And when it's done, shot 6 can be composited with Crescenta strutting down the runway.
Yippee.
You saw yourself in the background of that, right?
I did.
You're actually my favorite like OC in there. I feel like you were just done so
Oh,
well.
really?
Yeah. And it's so like Star Kingdom NPC, which is what we're looking for.
That is the goal.
Oh, such a good shot. Yeah, so you can expect that in the next couple of months, hopefully. And yeah, we're like, cause rough animation is like almost done. There's like 3 shots left. Cleanup is really catching up, and it's mostly just compositing, as I said. I was gonna say something. Yeah. That will also coincide with the crowdfund for our pilot, which is currently being rewritten for the hopefully final time. So that's fun. One second. Okay. Um. Okay. Next question. Ooh, how is Cora's perception of time different to ours? Um, I'd say they generally perceive time the same, though royals live life knowing that they have a little bit more time, and they're a little bit more carefree because one, it's harder for them to die, and two, their life expectancy is about a little above double the average mortal or human. So, yeah, they might perceive time a little bit slower. Let's see. Question for Bree. What got you into background design?
Um, okay, so the funny story is that I used to hate doing backgrounds. But I was like semi okay at them, and I wanted to learn to be better because I wanted to just be good at as many things as I could be good at. And during that process of trying to learn backgrounds because I didn't understand them, I ended up applying to work on the project. Um, and then the team liked my backgrounds, and I got put as a background designer, and I said, you know what? This is a perfect opportunity to keep practicing backgrounds, even though I don't necessarily love doing them. And now I do like doing them because I do them all the time.
What? I always love hearing that lovely story. February
So,
twenty-two.
moral of the story is step outside your comfort zone because you might end up being an art lead.
Oh, yes, exactly. That's so true. That's kind of real. You said that like you've said it many times. Um, yeah. No, we love Brie. Hey, this is really random. I was just looking at the spreadsheet of all the shots and wanted to ask you if you were still down to, at some point, when all the classroom stuff is done, um, take on that first shot. Do you know what the first shot is? I can explain it.
Yeah, please explain it again, because
It's
if I did, no, I forgot.
Yeah, no worries. It's a pan down from the planet of Cora, and we were
Okay.
hoping for there to just be a tiny bit of animation there, like either the rings around the planet rotating, or something like that.
Okay.
It's like it goes on for like 2 seconds, and then it just pans down into the Water Kingdom. So, oh, and you know what? That might include the Water Kingdom. If you are willing, how do you feel about what I just said?
I can do that. That's no problem.
Okay, lovely. And you know what? This would be such a full circle moment because the first thing you ever did was the Water Kingdom throne room, and like,
It's true.
what completes the proof of concept, what starts it, which is the first piece of real media we're putting into the world, is a Water Kingdom BG. Yeah. Guys, leave questions for Bree. Does the nature of Cora look more vibrant, which is why all of the foods are bright and colorful? Pretty much, yeah. Because of like the different aesthetics of the kingdoms. You're so transfixed by the cool background work. Yes, as am I. Always. Do we have concepts for the elemental animals? Yes. Actually no. We don't have like designs. We have designs of Mirrorball and the Gorion, but the latter is quite outdated, and also yeah, we're still working on the creature side of things. There is like references that we're referencing, so we know what we want them to look like. Not only is this end of the animation coming out this upcoming new year, but also that game company's Sky and the Two Embers is coming out too. Yes, I don't know what that is, but I've kind of heard of it, I think, and it's like, I'm glad we're all releasing. People will have events and etc. during times due to natural events usually occurring. Like, if you were to translate a day on Cora, how different would it be from a day on Earth? During times. I'd say I'd say they'd be similar. You know, they also have the same sun and moon mechanism, kind of. Yeah. So the royals are semi-immortal beings, aka they are demigods. Yes, honestly, yes. That's pretty much the best way to describe it. Or mortals gifted the powers of a longer lifespan, enhanced strength and abilities, but are still just as mortal as any other human. If you mean like they can be killed and will die after that longer lifespan, then yes. You pretty much summed them up really well. Great job, Lightning Lily. Yes, they are satisfying to look at. So guys, put your Bree questions in. Put your Bree questions in. Let Bree yap. I've missed this voice. Also, because I want to quickly put some ramen on the stove. But, how do you feel about geometry, Bree? Give me 1 second. I'll be right
Oh,
back.
um, I'm not a math person. Um, Geometry as in like perspective drawing, I do it. I know visually how it works. Um, Ask me anything more than that and I don't know what to tell you. Blah, 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 blah. Where do I go for school? So I live in California and I go to Burbank University, or sorry, I go to Woodbury University in Burbank. It's a pretty small school. I'm studying game art, actually. I started as an animation major and then I changed my mind. And so I'm doing game art instead. Um, it is a small school and they're not great at advertising. So if you're interested, I guess go look there because they don't advertise for themselves. But yeah, that's where I go, and it's pretty all right. I like the professors there. It's because it's a small school. My studio classes are like a max of 16 people per class, which is really nice because it means that we get more one-on-one work with professors. I've had very good experiences with my like studio class professors. They're all very helpful, and I like dialoguing with them. They're like more mentors than professors, honestly. But yeah, that it's a decent environment. Any advice on drawing backgrounds? It's gonna sound dumb because everybody says it, but practice. Practice perspective, practice drawing from reference. I personally was inspired by like a lot of just Instagram reels and like TikToks of people just drawing like more concept art backgrounds without line work. I really enjoyed that kind of stuff. And so I tried to emulate that. Honestly, just find an artist that you enjoy and try and emulate them to the best of your abilities. You're gonna learn a lot that way. But yeah, that's my advice. My favorite color is yellow. I used like it's another one of those things that I used to not like. And then I decided one day that it was actually really good. My favorite color used to be blue, but is now yellow. And green is growing on me quite a bit recently as well. I really like deep forest greens. I think they're very pretty. But yeah. So I am no longer an animation student, but I do still really enjoy working on Sunnyside. I would have wanted to do pre-production stuff in the animation industry anyways. So it would have been backgrounds and character designs and all of that good stuff. That's not the actual animating. I have immense respect for the people who have the patience to animate. I unfortunately am not necessarily one of those people, or if I do, I would like to keep it as a hobby where I can quit whenever I want to, and my meals are not dependent on me finishing projects or not, because I don't finish projects very often, unfortunately. But I feel like that is just the life of an artist. Is there are so many works in progress that never see the light of day. Random girl, I too was once terrible at perspective. It just keep trying, just keep trying. Guides and grids help a lot. That is how I learned, was focusing on making guides and grids. And it is very mathematical. But again, I don't really pay attention to the math aspect. I just do what looks decent. And honestly, there's like tons of videos and people out there who, like, especially on YouTube, who willingly teach this
All
stuff
right, I'm back.
for free. Welcome back.
Sorry, were you mid sentence?
I was, but it's okay. It was the end of the sentence.
Okay. Oh, I missed all the geometry discourse. Did you answer the questions they left for you?
I have been, yeah.
Okay, good, good, good. Which one are you on?
I think I answered everybody's questions so far.
Oh, good.
I was just commenting on Random Girl's statement of being not great at perspective, and that's what you interrupted. But it's okay. I was almost done.
Continue.
You're all good. I was just saying, like, I was also not great at perspective at one point, and it's just a matter of practice. And there are so many people on YouTube who will teach you how to do it properly.
Yes, facts, 100%. And
Don't be afraid to be self-taught, guys. Don't be afraid to be self-taught.
This is random, but do you own the clip studio that, like, you can animate with?
I do.
Do you have Toon Boom because of school?
I don't think I have a license anymore, but I could probably look in. I think I could probably look into requesting one. I just don't know if they would take my reasoning.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious, honestly, because we have people who use both on the team.
Right.
But oh my god, the stuff I've seen some of these Toon Boom animators do on stream. Oh, Chloe, welcome. Chloe's a cleanup artist on the team.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, you can join us in VC if you want, Chloe. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, the stuff I've seen these Toon Boomers, just like Chloe, actually, funny enough, do on stream is actually crazy. Like, they have these. Okay, it's like if you're doing like cleanup animation. Oh, you know what you were just doing with these lines? Like how you were erasing the lines that were left in the middle? They have a tool that can just do that.
They do. I do know about that. I never really utilized it, but I do know about it.
Also, if you're like using vectors, which everyone is on the cleanup side of things, it can detect like what part of the animation is like hair and whatnot, and then it can just, instead of you having to bucket tool like every single frame, if you just do it on one, it will track the hair or something like for the rest of the shot and just fill it in.
That is so nice.
I know. Crazy.
Oh, do we have pre-made guides for the props used in the backgrounds, or do we make them up? So when we're initially drafting, like, background concept, unless there is a specific prop that we want in there that has already been designed, uh, me personally, I make things up as I go. And then we have a big, like, wide shot, like, specifically for um, the classroom. Actually, if I can figure out how to do this. Please, can I drag you down? Oh my goodness, hold on. Technical difficulties, guys. There we go. This is what I have off to the side currently. And this is the wide shot that I designed for the classroom background. And so this is my constant reference as to what props are in here. And then also, just a side note, and specifically when talking about like storyboards and stuff like that, to get all of the rough props in there, I created a 3D model for this room that has all of like the basic shapes for the props so that the storyboarders don't have to do as much work and they can get the perspective right, which I think hopefully has been very helpful. But yeah. Oh yeah, and then the 3D objects in the background, I did kind of answer that. But yeah, I have occasionally made 3D rooms with just base objects, and they're used for just traceovers of volume, really. And then we have the large references to tie down the details.
Oh my god. You just summed it up so well. Yeah, and I feel like sometimes like the props get roped into the backgrounds. Like,
Yeah.
um, what was that one? Like the bubble cases. I don't know for which background it was, but oh, I think did you know remember the living room, the ancient living room BG?
Yes,
Yeah, I think you used the bubble cases for that.
I think I did.
Also, oh yeah, all the room backgrounds use the bubble cases. Yeah.
Oh, and the train interior, I think, used them as well.
Oh yeah. We haven't had to do like those like separate viz dev like half prop half BG things. You know what I'm talking about? You know when they have like a separate reference for like a desk and like everything with the desk, everything on the desk and like the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Like we haven't had to do anything like that yet, but I wonder if we will for the pilot. I don't know.
It might be nice to have those at least as references.
Yeah.
So if we end up getting time to assign those to somebody, it might not be a bad idea.
100%. We have this super cool prop designer on the team right now. Charlie, have you seen his stuff?
Probably, but I haven't put names to project like work yet.
Have you seen like
So I
the
don't know.
updated bubble cases?
Mm, I don't I don't know, but I can go look.
I mean,
Um,
here. I'll post them all to the props channel so you can see them. So you don't have to see yet.
okay, sweet.
But yeah, he's like just modernizing and updating all the old props and he's so good and I think yeah, he'd be really good at what you just described.
Yeah.
Let's see what other questions. Oh yeah, and you were talking about the 3D models. You actually ate that up. Even the whole concept of us using 3D models, I don't I have not seen that be used too much as like an industry standard thing. Um which is surprising. However, I am so glad and proud that we were able to go down that route because if not, so many of the great things that happen in these BGs probably would not have happened. Would you say?
It's just so much easier to stay on model with references like that you
Yeah.
can spin around in space.
This is the first time we've had to actually like do so much or had so much happen in the same room and needed to make so many different angles of the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, did you mention like the checklist that we created for some of those stuff?
Oh, I have not mentioned the checklist.
Yeah, like it's like obviously like Bree Bree is incredibly talented and creative. So like, you know, you're able to come up with a lot of the stuff in here as, you know. But sometimes when like we have a background that is super like important like this one and there's stuff that the writers, for example, really want us to emphasize, we create like a checklist of everything, and that's what we did for this as well.
In terms of how we fit like 2D characters into like the 3D looking backgrounds, um, it's I think a lot of what ties it together is lighting. If the lighting is consistent, it's not as jarring. And also because all of our backgrounds are hand drawn, it doesn't have the same issue that you would have if you had like an actually 3D rendered background and a 2D character, which, if not done properly, it can be a little bit jarring. I've noticed it in some other media, but shows um, to talk about anime, Demon Slayer does their 3D backgrounds integrated into their 2D animation really well. And I think a lot of it just comes down to the stylization, keeping the stylization the same and making the lighting blend properly, and having shadows fall in the right places like the best way to blend those things together. Um, yeah. Yeah, JC shading can carry you. Um, in terms of favorite candy, I'm just trying to answer the questions. Um, my favorite candy is I really like Kit Kats a lot, and like Crunch bars. Anything chocolate. I like chocolate over like sugar candies, and then anything like crunchy too, because it's good textures all around on that front. Thank you for the round of applause. Yeah, it's shape concept of those rooms. Currently, I'm using Clip Paint or Clip Studio Paint for this one. I use a lot of Clip Studio. Occasionally, I think, especially in the beginning of my time at Sunnyside, I used Procreate a lot. But I find that the lines just aren't as clean on Procreate, especially when doing like finer details with smaller pixel size. So I use Clip Studio a lot because I feel that it is a little bit better at conveying those details. I'm losing my mind over these bookshelves. Hold on. Two, three, four, five, six, These aren't. 7, 8. There you go. Krita is also good. I used Krita years ago in my digital art journey back when I was a small child. Not that small, probably like, I don't know, 12 or something like that. I started with Fire Alpaca, and then I moved to Krita, and then I started using Procreate, and then I moved to Clip Studio. So there's so many good programs out there. There's also a lot of good free programs out there. You don't have to have anything super expensive or fancy. A lot of them will do what you need them to do just fine. Krita is very good. I've heard that MS Paint has gotten a lot better too. So it is really just you do you, whatever works and whatever is within your budget, because the price of living is a little crazy right now. And that goes for like other programs like Photoshop too. I've heard like a lot of other, I can't name any of them off the top of my head, but like I've heard a lot of other photo editing programs, or really like anything like that is a subscription or is like more expensive. There's probably a semi decent free version out there somewhere that is equivalent, and I very much advocate for finding the cheaper version of things, because a lot of it comes down to your skill, and if you can get good at doing something, it doesn't really matter how good the program is. Having tools is nice, I'm not gonna lie. That is very helpful, and I think that that's really what is the make or break with some of those programs. It's just the tools that they have available to you, but you don't necessarily need them. It just makes things easier. I think these shelves are still wrong. I always struggle with these shelves. Every time I've done this background, it has taken me 3 times as long as it should to do the shelves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if I just I'm gonna trust.
Yes. Trust.
I'm gonna trust the sketch here, and we'll go with that. It's fine.
I had to dip for a little bit because I was mixing the noodles. Can I just say I manifested this ramen because I don't know who it was that said that they were eating Indomie, but I have Indomie and I'm eating Indomie right now. Oh, it was Random Girl. Random Girl, I'm eating Indomie right now. Thank you.
Slime.
The way that, the domino effect really coming through, because if Random Girl had never eaten. What was I saying? Yeah, oh, because if Random Girl was never eating ramen, I wouldn't be either. Yeah.
Random Girl is a trendsetter. Trendsetter. We love that.
How very random. Mm. Yeah, sorry I keep mentioning ramen. How does it feel being back home, Bree?
It is good. I get to see my dogs, and that makes
Aw.
life great. I love my dogs.
Do they remember you?
They do. Bishop, the black and white one, was very excited when both my sister and I came home.
Oh yeah, that's what it's like this year.
Yeah.
They've missed you both so much, probably.
Yeah. Now Bishop's been sleeping in my room every night.
Send pictures if you can.
I will. I do. I have pictures I can send. I will send them soon.
Good.
Good enough.
Sorry, I'm just putting in the seasoning. Guys, okay. I've recently heard that some people put ramen seasoning in while the boiling water is cooking it, and let me just say you guys are wrong because you're actually supposed to put the seasoning in afterwards.
I put the seasoning in afterwards.
Good job, Bree. And that's why we're here right now. This is gonna become a new question, before entering the work server or whatever.
Do you put the seasoning in ramen before or after the boiling water? There's
Yeah.
one correct answer.
Forget about cereal and milk. This is the new cereal and milk.
This is more important.
Exactly. Okay, one moment.
My goodness. Okay. Cool. Okay. That is that side of the shells. Did I erase? I did erase the lines like this before. Alrighty. And then just the illusion of a bottom because it's barely visible. But it's still important. We gotta keep the illusion alive. That's all art is. Illusions. That's all perspective is, actually, is illusions. As long as it looks right and your brain can make sense of the way lines are traveling, then you're doing it right. And if anybody calls me wrong, I'm not wrong. Oh, you're fancy with your ramen, straining the water out and then frying it with seasonings. Chili powder and garlic salt. Not gonna lie though, that sounds great. I have occasionally wanted to do a little extra with my ramen, and then I realize and remember that I am in fact lazy. So it doesn't happen because usually if I'm cooking ramen, I'm kind of in a rush. But good on you, that sounds like good food. I recently, because of my sister, have started eating a lot more like chicken and rice just as like a safe food kind of meal. And that's good. Just steaming some rice and then some cubed chicken, and then I put garlic salt and pepper in the rice with an egg, and that is my safe food. That is what I've been living on for the past like 3 months in school. It is very good. I 10 out of 10 recommend. Yeah, Sunnyside up eggs. I don't personally like Sunnyside up eggs too much. I don't like super like wet or runny eggs. But like over medium eggs, fire. I love those. I don't know if those lines are reading the way I want them to read. And this is the part of perspective that I hate. It comes to bite me every time, and I spend hours pulling my hair out, but it's fine. How to scramble eggs. Again, I'm kind of impatient. And if I'm making food, I'm usually trying to make it fast. So I usually scramble eggs over like medium heat. Um, if I'm feeling fancy, I'll add like a splash of milk in there to make them fluffy. I tend to cook my eggs slightly longer than I think most people do because I don't like wet eggs. Um, and so I will make them just a little bit dry, but not like a gross kind of dry, just like a little dry. Um, Easy. How many shots did I finish and who? Amin hosts the live streams. Um, I finished. How many shots did I just finish in like the last 2 days?
3.
Was it 3?
I know how many finished in total because I have the spreadsheet right here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I finished fixing the line work for technically 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 technically. But some of them were really easy, and so this will be 7. Some of them were real simple. This one is actually the most complicated and like the most detailed out of the ones that I was assigned this time around. So I did all the easy ones first.
I mean, yeah, good. You got those out of the way.
Yeah.
The one fully painted and complete. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh.
For like the whole classroom background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this the last? Wait, something about the spreadsheet. Wait, maybe I'm missing two things. Oh, yeah. 11.
I'm on that grind. Now, I've done a lot of work for Sunnyside in terms of backgrounds. I would have to like go look in total of like total backgrounds that I've done and like all of that stuff, but it's a lot. I love every single one of them. It's so fun. Although I think some of them probably need to be redeveloped.
Which one?
I'm thinking specifically, I would, if we have the time and the will, I would like to redo the school foyer.
Yeah, I think that's honestly. I think anything before 2023 is probably going to be redone anyways because of all
Yeah.
the rules. So, yeah, but at least we have those as references. They come in handy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, and when it comes to Izzy's question again about how many shots are finished animation-wise, 14 out of 20 rough animation shots are finished. The rest of those are like being animated right now or will be assigned. Cleanup, 9 shots have been finished out of 20. And compositing, only 2 out of 20. But that's because we didn't have many cleaned up shots until.
How did I... Interesting. I love looking at the reference and trying to figure out how I drew something. It's so silly because they're my drawings. I did these. I did the references for them, so I should know how they work, and yet here we are.
Some things are done like really specifically the first time, and it's so hard to replicate.
Yeah.
I just realized some of our really insightful streams can honestly just be turned into podcasts.
That's true.
Yeah.
Could be motivational speakers.
Exactly. Like what stands out to me is obviously this one. The one with Melina in it, we did a lot of like, I don't know, there was a lot of art school talk and really insightful information. I can't lie. Like I was like, damn, like this could be good for like anyone to rewatch after. So yeah. Dev said, what music do you like to listen to while you work?
See, this is a toss-up question because I will rotate between things. Currently, and this is gonna sound silly, but currently I typically listen to a playlist that I have with my friends for our Dungeons and Dragons campaign because they're good songs and they're character songs and it's fun. Lately I've been doing that or I've been listening to just like instrumentals if I have to think really hard about what I'm doing. But yeah, it's a lot of like indie songs like the Crane Wives, Noah Khan, the Oh Hellos. There's some. I think there's some Mother in there, which is not indie, but there's some of that in there. It's a really varied playlist. It's a pirate themed campaign, so there's a lot of kind of like sea shanty-esque songs in there. We've got a couple of like Mads Buckley songs in there too. I love her. Lots of Coldplay. It's a whole thing. Set It Off is on there too. It's a whole thing.
What was your Spotify rap?
Okay, no. See, my Spotify Wrapped is so skewed because when we play Dungeons and Dragons, we do the music. We record our sessions, and I'm the one recording our sessions. And then we have most of us are in person, and we have one person online. And when we run the music, because I'm the one recording, I'm the one running the music. So my Spotify Wrapped was completely like negatable because it's all just like instrumental songs that we play in the background of our sessions.
Oh wow. Well, I still want to know.
Is it still up? I don't remember. I forgot how to get to Spotify Wrapped. I think it's still up somewhere. Actually, I don't know.
Crane Wives fans in the house.
They're good. I love them.
I just realized these are the only times I can say chat without sounding chronically online.
This is true. I don't remember how to get to Spotify Wrapped. Is it this one?
What'd you say?
I'm trying to like go and find the Spotify Wrapped so I can tell you, and I can't figure out how to do it. I forgot because I think it's like it's not recent enough to be up on like the homepage for Spotify. But it was a lot of I think we've played a lot of instrumentals from Gris, which is a game. It's a really good. I haven't played it, but my friend and my roommate have said good things about it. It's a game tackling like the stages of grief and how somebody like progresses through those, and the music is very dependent on like the stage of grief. So it's really good. Highly recommend at least going to check out the soundtrack for it because it's beautiful.
What is it called again?
Gris, Gris, I think.
I need to check that out. I love anything revolving the stages of grief because I don't think anyone can argue with that. I truly think those can be applied to like anything, and even in that specific order.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Ramen goes hard. Are those your Discord notifications or mine?
It is
I think
own...
probably yours.
Oh.
Because I have headphones in, so I don't think you'd be able to hear mine. Although maybe you can, because I'm the screen share. I think I do have audio on.
Oh,
But I'm not sharing the screen that they would be coming through, but it might still be doing it. I don't know.
that's fine. Yeah, Abatha, I'm also such a band nerd, so like, facts, I cannot fully focus on instruments music either. I can only focus with songs that I've listened to so much to like the point where my brain is like, okay, nothing new here.
So Taylor Swift.
Oh, I was just clocked and gagged.
Mhm.
Yeah. I am also a fan of Noah Kahan. He almost made the cut to my top 5 on Spotify. He was number 6.
Nice.
Absolute king.
Absolutely.
Love indie folk music. Welcome, Phoenix. Oh, have you been here? You have. You're just like not typing that much. Yes, get through Gris. Even though I haven't played it, I will. Ooh, that perspective is cooking. That is so satisfying. Have we heard of Epic the Musical?
Oh boy. We were actually just talking about that before the stream.
Yeah.
Because I was asked what my favorite musical was, and I said, well, currently, I've been listening to a lot of Epic the Musical. Did have a minor hyperfixation on it. Am still waiting for the last saga to be released. Very excited. It is in a few days. It is. If there's a stream and Epic isn't mentioned once, something is wrong.
That's so real. Yeah, Epic is amazing. So many Sunnyside characters can resonate with Epic musical songs, and we'd love to see animatics one day.
There are so many animatics on YouTube for the Epic songs, and I have they're so good. Oh, they're so good. I like Gigi and Neil Illustrator particularly. They've got very good animatics.
Bugs. I want to see Epic the Musical on Broadway.
No, actually, I think it'd be so fun. I hope it gets there one day. I have faith. I have faith.
No, Epic the Musical is kind of like Wicked in the sense that it takes a well-established narrative and like stories and characters that people kind of know, and it like really makes something of that. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
And I love that. Wicked mentioned. Oh, last stream we talked about the Glinda alphabet parallels with Hazel and Crescenta.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. The color schemes.
That sounds like a good conversation.
I want someone to draw them as Glinda and Alpha one day.
well, it has been said, and so it shall be done.
Yeah.
Somebody is bound to do it.
That was my secret request. Ah! Are you playing music on your laptop?
Oh! Yes,
Sorry.
it can be heard, huh? Wait. Let me edit the stream settings. There we go.
Oh, great. No more.
You shouldn't be able to hear it anymore. You shouldn't be able to hear it anymore.
No, it's fine.
Oopsies.
No worries. Hmm. If we got a Disney show / movie mentioned, we got a special prize because we've mentioned Wicked now. We'll see. We do have an Italian-inspired royal. So it's the Kingdom of Charisma, which is basically like hypnotism, kind of. They don't hypnotize you to do things; they inspire you. And it is Princess. Forgot her name 1 second. Because I actually didn't name her. Oh, Princess Bianca. Do you guys like sweets, like sweet fruits in your salads? Would you say?
I don't think so. Me personally, I don't eat a whole lot of salad in general, but when I do, I don't usually have sweet in it.
Yeah, that is completely fair.
Let me do it this way.
Damn, Adrian despises sweet salads.
Where can I do this?
This is so random, but I love the name Adrian. I'm obsessed. I would name my child Adrian. Adrian. I would name my kids after gemstones, like Steven Universe. I don't care. I hike would. Paparazzi, come down. Like sapphire? Are you kidding me? That's so beautiful. Oh, it's not Adrian. I mean, honestly, I would choose Adrian for my fake name too. Good choice. Miraculous fans spotted? That's crazy. Kind of, yeah. I mean, one podcast and several YouTubers later.
Random girl, if there's a question to get ice cream, the answer is always yes.
Yeah, exactly.
It's actually not a question. It's a desire. It's a need, actually.
When was that said?
Just up a teeny bit.
Oh. Yes, get ice cream. What I was saying was, this is the one time, one appropriate time I can say chat without it
Yeah.
chronically online. I think I said that already. I just don't know if I was interrupted or not. By a mute. When SROC gets a fandom, what videos would we like to see? I'll go first. Animatics. Animatics, cosplay POVs, edits, sad edits. I want people to romanticize characters like that. I hope that people make edits once the proof of concept comes out. That would be lovely.
Be very good.
Yeah, just like Crescenta being like, I don't know, look at that backwater sash. I mean, look at that backwater sash. Diva is the female version of a hustler. Diva is the female version of a hustler. You know what I'm saying? Like those.
Yeah,
kind of edits.
I can see them now. I can see them now.
Same. Please, guys. And yeah, how about you? Bree?
I don't know. I have to agree with you. And very much. I like the memes, the meme like animation things, like the one that I just noticed in our meme channel that who did it? That Chloe did.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. I love it so much. I want to see more of those.
No, 100%.
I live for those kinds of things in fandoms.
No, same. Yeah, I want to see that too. The memes, the meme value.
The
It is
memes.
why
Everything is memeable if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, facts. Sorry, an assignment has just been completed.
Oh wow.
Yeah. You're. Let's see. Yeah. I just really hope people like our little project. Cause yeah, we've been animating this proof of concept for a year now.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, and I was thinking this morning, I was just like, wow, this is what we've put in for a 90-second proof of concept to create an indie animated series, granted with like funding and stuff, like hell of a bus. That also, when you're VivziePop, for example, and you have like a whole other studio show at the same time, it's like, okay, okay, Queen of No Sleep.
No, actually.
Like, that's commendable, I'd say. Shot 4. Shot 5. Yeah, it's actually crazy. So, yeah. I think it likely takes a lot of leads. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. A lot of trust and a lot of people to handle a lot of things.
For sure. Dev asked, which miraculous character would the core 4 like best?
Oh, like best. Zephyr would like Adrian best. Adrian Cat Noir. Hazel would like Marinette the best. Marinette Ladybug. Crescenta would like Alia the best, and River would like. Honestly, River would like Gabriel Agrest. I'm being for real. Hello, Ariel. I just hope we get to have a little convention moment. I can see indie central like events really becoming a thing in this next era.
Mhm.
And you're a lucky duck because you're in California. You can pretty much make your way to like a lot of this stuff.
This is true.
I hope one day we all get to sit at a panel and talk about this stuff. That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
Or honestly, I just want to go to a convention in California.
Yeah, make fun of me all you want for being California born and raised.
Oh.
I have access.
No, California born and raised. You will never live that down.
I know.
No, I mean it's a blessing in disguise.
In disguise. No, I love everybody like craps on California, and honestly, I get it. But
Why?
I also love it here.
That's like the best state, isn't it?
It depends on who you ask. You see, our taxes are really high and things are really expensive, and people can be mean, but also people in California can be like the nicest people ever. So
Honestly, y'all should just be added to Canada at this point, because like that's pretty much everything you said until the mean thing. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much Canada. Like,
yeah.
yeah, or at least Vancouver and Toronto. Pretty familiar. I'd say if I were to like, even as someone who lives in Canada, if I were to choose like the top 3 states in the U.S., I would say California, New York, and wait, what are your states again? Let me see. Not that one. Oh, not that one. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one. Oh wow, am I about to say something controversial? Okay. Well. I'ma just say it. New York, California, and Texas.
Why Texas?
I don't know. It just seems relevant.
I suppose, but there's a lot of industry in Texas, but there's also other states that have more industry.
I don't know. Well, the other ones just seem like NPCs to me.
It's so interesting hearing like a perspective from not the US. It's always so interesting to see what other people like recognize.
Yeah. 'Cause like, what happens in Wyoming? What happens in Nevada except for political commentary?
This is true.
You know? Washington seems fun. I can drive into Washington. It's like 15-minute drive.
Washington and Oregon are nice. They're very pretty. There's a lot of good nature up there. I like Massachusetts because I like Boston. Boston's also pretty cool.
Oh, that's good. Oh, Boston. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Boston. Pennsylvania, Nashville. I've always wanted to see Nashville. Have you been?
I have not been to Nashville. but I have been to Tennessee, kind of, like for a second.
Okay.
What states have I been to? I've been up the entire coast of California, Washington, and Oregon, and I've been to Vancouver.
Oh, you have?
And
When?
I have a couple of years ago
Oh,
for
on
a
the
Girl
trip?
Scout thing. Yeah.
Yeah, you told me this.
So I've been there. I've been to Florida many a time. I've been to Georgia a few times. I have a lot of fond childhood memories in Georgia because I had family that used to live there. Um, but it's very much not a whole lot happens in Georgia, I can confirm. Um,
I'd imagine.
where I've been up the entire East Coast, pretty much. I've been to New York. I've been to Massachusetts. I've been to Washington D.C. I've been to, I think I've been to Pennsylvania. And that was all a Girl Scout thing as well. I've been to West Virginia. I've been to Missouri. I've been to Texas only flying through. I don't think I've ever stayed in Texas for anything.
Wow.
I've been to Nevada because I've been to Las Vegas many a time.
Oh, that's in Nevada. Okay, never mind.
That is true. That's really, as far as I'm concerned, that's like the only thing of note in Nevada. But they do have Vegas. Where else have I been? Those are pretty. Oh, and Idaho. I go to Idaho a lot because I have family there too.
What?
Yes.
What happens in Idaho?
Not a lot. I've gone zip lining in Idaho. That was fun.
That sounds fun.
I go to Twin Falls, which is like in the middle of nowhere. But that's where my family is. So they have Shoshone Falls, which is really pretty to look at. It's like a giant waterfall. And then they have zip lining in the canyon. And yeah, I've been to Yellowstone before, but I was really young. Yellowstone National Park, so I don't remember most of it, but I have been there.
50 states. Wow.
Now that I think about it, I have traveled quite a bit.
You've traveled quite a bit.
And
I
then
know some of the cities. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I recently went to Italy over this summer, which was so fun.
Yeah, you told me about that. How was that?
Yeah, it was really fun. I was a little bit dead on the inside because it was so much going on. We did so much walking. I think at one point it was like an average of like 16 flights of stairs. Because like the phone tracks how you walk, right? And it was like 20 miles and 16 flights of stairs in a day. And I was like, please, end me. But it was so fun. I don't regret any of it. It was a really nice experience. We went to Rome and then Porto Venere and Florence and Venice.
Those are like the best places.
Yeah, it's like the most landmark kind of places. Venice was so hot because we went in like some of the hotter months.
Oh damn.
So we died a little bit, but it's okay.
I mean, it's the vacation.
You can't really complain when you're like on vacation because like not everybody gets to do that.
Doesn't it get pretty hot in California?
It does, but it's dry heat, not humid heat. And Venice and like Italy in general was very humid while we were there. And I can handle the dry heat. I cannot handle humidity very well. It sucks the life out of you.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Wow. I love that. That means you can like really like talk about the states and know the stuff. What's your top 3?
My top 3, I think I'd just have to say the West Coast, California, Washington, and Oregon. I I'm biased, but I love the
Oh.
West Coast.
Oh. What happens in Oregon and Washington?
Not a lot, but it's pretty and it's nice. I enjoyed my time there. It's mostly just like I have good memories of those places. Um,
That's nice.
yeah. But I like it really comes down to like the nature and the forests. Very good. 10 out of 10.
Hmm. Well, that's fair. I feel like that applies to us too because we're like an extension of that. Here in Van, yeah, the forests are beautiful. When you came here, did you see like Science World?
No, we weren't there for a long time. We were really just there to do Vancouver has like a big suspension bridge, and that's why we were
Oh,
there. Yeah, I forgot what it's called, but we went for the big suspension bridge.
yeah, facts. I feel like this is really random, but like when we were talking about this, I was thinking about like the Eras tour and like have you heard about the economic boosts that have happened because of it?
I don't think so.
It is kind of crazy. And that happened like she ended it here in Van like 2 weeks ago, and yeah, it was the amount of tourists that came in, the amount of Americans that were
Oh, I'm
here.
sure. I'm sure.
Um, yeah, I went outside the stadium because I didn't have tickets, but I'm about to spend that much money. But it
No,
was fun.
actually.
But it's not even the fault of Ticketmaster. It's the people who resell it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do suddenly have to leave though, so we're gonna end the stream here. This is so abrupt.
Okay.
Yeah. Something occurred, but everyone, please praise Bree in the chat. We love Bree. Thank you so much for coming on, and I'm
Thank you.
really
Thank
glad
you.
that you're here. And I love talking to you always. Like it's such a blast. It makes me smile so much more than I do on the
Oh.
daily. Um, and yeah, this looks so great. Bye, everyone.